So anyway, I went through this book with all of my rage. I have a question that other people have, the same question other people have, which is, if this fucking thing is real, and it can go out into the universe and take images such as this, I mean, I don't mean to be unscientific here, but is it so unlikely that it could, like, flip around and take a picture of the Earth? Or is that just out of the realm of possibility for science? Is there any money that we could put toward getting the Hubble telescope to maybe flip around and take a fucking picture of the Earth while it's busy pumping out oil paintings that look like this? This isn't even convincing, NASA. What the fuck is this? Tell me what the fuck this is. This looks like the Mozilla Firefox icon with some sparkly shit in it. Listen, NASA, National Geographic, I know you're together. I know you're bigger than me. I know you're richer than me. I know you're stronger than me. I know you have a bigger following than me. But I'm coming. The truth is coming. And when people see what I'm telling them, that you've been spending their money pumping out oil paintings, they're coming too. And you should be scared. You should be petrified, actually. And you should be pinching your pennies, because it's not likely that in the future you'll be getting very many more of them, because we're on to you. We are on to your bullshit. We are on to your fraud. We are on to your ability to put a tin can on the fucking cover of a book and fill it with oil paintings. We're on to you. We're on to you, and you should be ashamed of yourself. And anybody connected to you, anybody co-signing your bullshit, such as Elaine Scott here, she should be ashamed too, just as ashamed as you. Public school is prison. Yes, of course, the buses may be different colors, and the fences that surround the facilities may be slightly different. However, a prison is a prison is a prison. And what we've been putting our kids through is literal hell. As someone who has gone through public schooling, and someone who would never ever put their own kids through it, I'd like to talk to the public about what we're doing. You are putting your children into a 40-hour-a-week work. I mean, you're putting them into basically a job, 40 hours a week. You're forcing them to sit in an incredibly uncomfortable chair, being told that they live in a free country, while simultaneously told that if they want to piss or shit, they're going to have to get the permission, the written permission of somebody in order to do so. You're making them sit in an uncomfortable chair, forcing them to endure day after day brainwashing that they live on a spinning ball, when everything in their own reality and everything within their own senses is telling them something different. You are forcing them to eat genetically modified food, to be bullied, or to be a bully. You are forcing them to do schoolwork at home when they should be playing outside. You are forcing them to worry about what they are going to wear the next day when they should be playing outside. You are making them worry about what their peers think about their appearance, about what their peers think about their acne, about what their peers think about their grades, about what their teachers think about them when they should be playing outside. So I would like everybody to think about what they're putting their children through. Is it what you would want, or is it just convenient for you? Why would we be lied to? Why would anybody lie about this? And the answer is simple: money. Basically, when it comes to business, when people get lied to, that's when profits can be maximized. If we say that water is in short supply, then the price of water can go up. If we say that oil is in short supply, then oil can go up. If we say that a cataclysmic event could happen at any minute, then we got to pay our taxes to NASA. And I heard recently I don't know if this is true or not. Somebody can do a little fact checking for me, but I heard that they get $50 million a day. Now, they get it because of this. They get it because of the threat of doomsday. They get it because the threat of impending alien attack. They get it because of all the things that we're afraid of and all of our ignorance. They get $50 million a day, or maybe even more, because we need them to tell us if there's something headed toward us. If we're flying through space and gamma radiation could be on its way here any minute, an asteroid could be on its way here any minute, we need them. We need them to help us figure that out, navigate it, and deter that cataclysm from happening. And so it creates a huge method of making money. And if they can show us pictures of our Earth, if they can show us pictures of where we live, then they're doing something for us that we couldn't do for ourselves, and it puts them in the power position. It puts them in the know. They know more than we do, and that means that we would always have to bow down to them and need them. This is one of the pictures in this book. Now, keep in mind that this is a science book. This isn't a children's book. This isn't a coloring book. This isn't a cartoon. I mean, actually, it is a cartoon book. It's not supposed to be a cartoon book. It's supposed to be a science book. In fact, it's made by National Geographic. On NASA's website, nasa.gov, they have what's called the image of the day. Anybody can go there. Flat earthers, round earthers, no earthers. Anybody can go there and save an image, put it in Photoshop or OpenView, doctor it a little bit, and tell if it's real or fake. And I've done this more than 2,000 times. That's not an exaggeration. And very easily here, I can show you that even though they're saying that this is a real picture of the moon and Earth, without moving the gamma correction more than an inch, I can easily prove that it's been cropped, cut, pasted, CGI'd, Photoshopped, slapped together, and sold to you as it's really science. You go over to NASA's Image of the Day, go to their galleries, right here, Image of the Day, and you will get a plethora of these pictures here that you can go through and doctor and decide for yourself. Anybody can do this. Like, even a child could do this. I've discussed this in some of my other videos. If they can get us to fear doomsday, if they can get us to fear alien invasion, if they can get us believing that science fiction is actually science fact, then they've got us by the balls. And so that's why they would lie. Well, I mean, Neil deGrasse Tyson came out on TV and he dropped the microphone and he said, gravity, bitches. Like, that didn't prove that we're spinning. It didn't prove that there's gravity. It didn't prove that the Earth is round or flat. It proved that he's like a fucking 250-pound baby. It did prove that. But like, up is up and down is down, and that doesn't mean that it's gravity doing it. Just because things fall when they're dropped doesn't mean that we're spinning on a ball. It doesn't mean that, for us to assume that is incredibly unscientific. And then so I said to him, go watch my videos and then we'll discuss this. And he's like, no, type it out here for me. Type a transcript out for you of videos I've already filmed, uploaded, edited. You want me to type out a transcript because you're too fucking lazy to fucking watch the videos. The laziness of these people, it's so absurd. These are the people that are going to sit in front of their TVs and think that Earth is round because they're too lazy to even get up and go fucking look. They don't care. They're going to argue about the situation before finding out what the facts are or what people are even saying. Let me tell you something, folks. When I heard about flat Earth, yeah, first 2 seconds I thought, this is fucking stupid. The third second I thought, they might have a point. We don't really have first-hand information. That might be their whole point. I didn't think that they thought the Earth was flat. I thought that they thought this is something that we should prove for ourselves and we need to make people think about thinking for themselves, and I thought the idea was brilliant. It took me 8 minutes to put my phone down and go to my computer and do some research for myself. I didn't call anybody any names. I didn't call anybody retarded. I didn't tell anybody that I was a professional and had knowledge that they didn't have and that they were stupid for believing this. I stopped everything I was doing and I wanted to hear the entire story. if there was somebody out there that thought that they had facts that proved flat Earth, I wanted to hear it. And this isn't the case with these people. These people want to argue over things that they don't even want to look up. These people want to believe NASA.gov's website and put their whole heart, soul, and faith into it without ever even visiting it. They want me to visit it for them and then tell me, how can you prove that that's really a picture from NASA? I can't prove it if you're too fucking lazy to go look for yourself. And that is the whole point of this. You're too fucking lazy to get up off your couch and go look for yourself. So, this one's really hilarious. I don't know why an adult science book is filled with this many cartoon images, but I'm gonna just throw this out there. No, this does not prove that the Earth is flat. No, I am not trying to convince you that the Earth is flat. I am not trying to say that you should believe the Earth is flat because of these images. I'm saying that a fucking adult science book should have some real fucking photographs in it. So I have just gone through this entire book and looked for pictures of the Earth from space. And since that is what's on the cover of the book and the title is indicating planets in the solar system, you would think that since Earth is the planet that we live on, that there would be quite a few pictures of Earth in this book. Why aren't there more pictures of our Earth? I've been through this book probably 2,000, maybe 3,000 times in the last year, and I can't believe I didn't realize the lack of pictures of Earth. Just, that's it. That's as good as they could do. So if we've got 2,300, 2,600 satellites orbiting planet Earth, where are all the pictures? And why aren't they featured in the National Geographic Science book? How come everything we've been given is oil paintings, pictures of oil paintings, front screen projection, and CGI? And why are there that many methods of forging a fucking picture of Earth to begin with? There are that many methods of making a fake picture of Earth used in one science book. Again, not saying that proves flat Earth, not trying to convince anybody of flat Earth, just saying that's bullshit. It's not a conspiracy theory that there's no measurable curvature. It's not a conspiracy theory that we've only ever been 8 miles to the center of the Earth. It's not a conspiracy theory that we've never been to the center of the sun and we don't really know what the center looks like or how hot it really is. These aren't conspiracy theories. These are actual facts. It's not a conspiracy theory that these science books are full of cartoons. It's also not a conspiracy theory that it pisses me off. I have a wonderful gem for you today. I actually had to take a break in between filming and have a small laughing fit because this science book right here is even funnier than the National Geographic book that I've been tearing up for the last couple weeks. A bit loony. But this book right here, this is taking it to a whole new level. Let's check this out. This is what they say the structure of Uranus is. And it's funny because inside the core it says here, like Neptune, Uranus may have a diamond sea around its core with diamond hailstones raining onto it. The science book is telling you that there are diamonds in Uranus. And despite the high temperature, the metals of the inner core cannot melt because of the intense pressure exerted on them. Wow, that's truly brilliant. Now, how in the hell do we know that? I mean, take a look at this picture. How do we really know that that is the core of the Earth? We don't. They sure as hell don't, but they're going to say that they know. Okay, this Saturn structure. Ugh. At least they were nice enough to say that they're speculating on Saturn's structure. So what they're saying is that they can speculate on all of these planets because they have satellites that went around them. Okay. Alright. But then we get back to Neptune. And what's really funny about Neptune is that It's got a sea of liquid diamond at its center too, just like Uranus does. Now, I don't know if it really does, or if whoever made up this horse shit was just too lazy to make up some better horse shit. And so there's a diamond center in this planet too. So we haven't actually left the planet for real, but these assholes are going to tell us what they think they know is in the center of Neptune. Just let that sink in. And one more thing I want to point out, which is the answer to the all-inspiring question, why don't NASA, why don't any science organization go explore the sea, the oceans, the depth of it? And people were asking me this. They were like, well, you know, if we're going to go explore space, if we're going to go to the moon, why can't we go see what's at the bottom of the ocean? My answer to that is that we would actually have to go to the bottom of the ocean. It couldn't be faked, it couldn't be hoaxed like this. They'd actually have to exude the effort that it would take to go down into the bottom of the ocean. And even though that's far more fascinating and far more relevant to our lives, they're not going to do that. They're going to pretend to know what's going on inside of Neptune and put it in a wonderful book called Smithsonian and tell you that they know so much more than you. Round Earthers live their lives in defense of television. And they do this in almost every comment by discrediting YouTube videos. YouTube is one of the most amazing fucking things to ever fucking exist in our fucking world. Nothing like YouTube has ever existed before YouTube. Never in the history of our world, whether you believe it to be round or flat, was there ever a time when anybody could grab a fucking camera and make a video and post it for the world to see. So before you start discrediting YouTube, shut the fuck up. We shouldn't be wasting so much of our time, so much of our breath, saying these three words, Neil deGrasse Tyson. It just takes too much, and he doesn't deserve it. In fact, he doesn't deserve just Neil Tyson. I second the motion that we should be calling him NDT, the biggest sellout to humanity. Yeah, the meteors and the asteroids, the comets, all this. Where have we seen that before? We're going to get back to that. In fact, we're going to get to it here in the next couple pages because they just don't have very much information. So what they like to do is they take, so this same picture is right there. Now, that means that not only are they frauds, not only are they robbing you of your money and being completely fraudulent and giving you bullshit information, they're not even being very creative with it. They're being pretty lazy with it, in fact. These same pictures exist in all of these books that I've covered. These same exact pictures. They don't have any new information. They actually don't have any information. They just have misinformation. But as far as this picture goes, just keep that in mind. We're gonna bookmark that because we're gonna get back to that. The Hubble telescope captured this. Look at how much ink they're wasting. If you wanted to make a pamphlet for your business, if you wanted to promote your business and make a pamphlet and put this much ink on it, it would cost you like $20 a pamphlet. But they're going to spill this ink on lies for you. To convince you that they're doing shit they're not really doing. They're looking at things they're not really looking at, and they're going to places they're not really going. Now, I have been through probably, 50 science books in the last month. 50 science books for ages 0 to 80. And they don't contain any real pictures of the planet Earth, round or shaped like a pear. They don't contain any pictures of a satellite, near or far. They don't contain anything that resembles science, yet somehow I'm supposed to believe that this image right here came from the Hubble telescope. Now, when I get a fucking Amber Alert on my cell phone and my whole entire house glows up with worry, what's that noise? Oh, a child is missing. There's a device out there that can get pictures up Saturn's ass but can't find your fucking missing kid. You riddle me that. So what I wanted to talk about today with you was that this picture exists in every one of these science books, almost exactly this picture. I know these are slightly different, but the idea is really the same. And in fact, this one over here, this one says doomsday, but this one over here on this page says the destructive power of 1,000 hydrogen bombs. Now, I wanted to just discuss this with you for a moment to kind of bring awareness to the fact that if I had all of the books that I've been, talking about, if I hadn't returned them all to the library, or if perhaps I were to go back and get them, that right now I would have 10, maybe 12 books lined up for you that have this exact picture in it, this exact same fear campaign going on, and I think it's one of the things that keeps the finances going to NASA. I know it certainly isn't because of these kinds of images, because these aren't billion-dollar images. These aren't even convincing images. So it's not about the images. We're not buying the images. We're buying the protection that they're forcing us to think that we need. And it's pissing me off, and I've been thinking about it a lot lately, and I wanted to bring it to your attention. And wherever you are, no matter what you're doing, if you've got kids and they've got science books, pick it up, look at it, tell me what you find. They don't look like they're excited to be talking to kids about space and science. They don't look like they're happy to have done any kind of work in space. They look scared someone's going to find out. They look ashamed at what they're doing. That's what they look like to me. They look ashamed. And when I saw the footage of, the astronauts that went to the moon, and they came back and they did a press conference, and they were all sitting there like that's not how you look after you come back from the moon. That's not how you look at all. That's how you look when you've been forced, or you've decided to say you have gone to the moon, and you hope nobody finds out what a lying fucking fraud you are. But because I can see facial expressions, and because other people can see facial expressions, we can see that the pride and the happiness and the fulfillment is every kid's dream is grow up, become an astronaut, go to the fucking moon. So if they've accomplished that, where's the fucking smile? Where's the excitement? Where's the exuberance? Where's the passion for science and space? I haven't fucking seen it from the people that have supposedly been there. Oh yes, they went there. They fucking went there. Or not they, Donardo. Yeah, put this into a science book. That's the cover of it, and this is a drawn scene here, as everybody is probably familiar with it. That's seriously what they put in this science book, as shameful as that is. So I went further into it, and I found something even more interesting. You won't even believe it. Maybe other people have noticed it as well. But in just the right picture, if you get an astronaut with all of these lights that are happening here, and a lot of the people that have been speculating that this shit was faked, their biggest argument seems to be that there's different lights from different sources, there's different angles, yada yada yada. Well, I'm not really good at picking up that in pictures. However, the reflection in his astronaut suit